So the first cruise line that we're taking a look at in this particular show, we're taking a look at Cunard, and we're going on board the Queen Elizabeth.
She's the third Cunard ship to bear her name, and bigger and more beautiful than any of her predecessors. The Queen Elizabeth was launched by Her Majesty the Queen in 2010 and continues to win thousands of fans for her understated elegance, spacious luxury and excellent service. Serving over 20,000 meals each day, Queen Elizabeth's talented culinary team of over 100 chefs cater to all tastes and dietary requirements. Fresh and exquisitely seasoned dishes are served in all of the 6 dining locations. So whether it's a meal with friends in the Britannia or a freshly baked pizza in the Lido, your taste buds are going to enjoy the holiday as much as you do. Kickstart your day with some relaxing yoga in the gym, followed by a visit to the Royal Spa for a quick dip and a spot of pampering. There's literally hundreds of treatments to choose from. After a spot of afternoon tea, maybe you'll take a stroll around the Royal Arcade full of stylish souvenirs and big designer names at low prices. Or you could pop up on deck for a game of croquet in the sunshine. There's 7 different bars to choose from, all featuring live music. So whatever your mood or tipple, you're going to find the perfect home away from home. Cocktail fans will flock to the panoramic views of the Commodore Club. And for those who want to dance the night away, there's even the wonderful disco. But for me, it's all about quenching your thirst for a freshly pulled pint here in the legendary Golden Lion pub. It may be night time that most sets the Queen Elizabeth experience apart from other ships. You can enjoy a magical night in the Royal Court Theatre, where comedians, stars of the West End and fabulous shows can be viewed from the privacy of your own theatre box. Then why not turn back the time and attend a dazzling themed ball in the Queen's Room, with a live band, gentlemen dance hosts and stunning performances from the ballroom instructors. Whether you want a sumptuous suite or a room with a view, this ship offers it all. There are 7 grades of accommodation to choose from, and all of it is spacious, bright and stylish, including these brand new single staterooms with massive windows and even bigger TVs. But whatever you choose, every stateroom is full of little touches designed to make you feel instantly at home. Your personal steward will keep everything clean and tidy, the CD Cunard mattress will keep you sleeping like a baby, and the free 24-hour room service will keep you wishing you had more willpower.
Well, that does not look like too much hard work, does it?
It's taken me back into my last cruise ships were with the Cunard line, the QE2 and the Queen Mary 2. So I just watched that video clip. It's taken me down memory lane.
I bet it has. I bet it has. All right. So should we start to take a look at your itinerary?
Yeah.
Exactly where it is that you are going. Now you're flying from the UK. Regional airports are available. You can call the call centre. There may be a small supplement to obviously allow that to happen. But obviously want to make sure that you arrive in the best frame of mind. Of course, what's convenient for you. So we're going to start off arriving in arguably one of the most romantic cities in the world, and that, of course,
Definitely.
is Venice.
Yeah, let's tell you a lot about this place. It's absolutely stunning. Of course, it's in the news this week. George Clooney just got married there. It's on the northern shores of the Adriatic, which is an arm of the Mediterranean. It's located in the northeastern part of Italy. It's actually 118 different islands. They're all separated by canals and linked by bridges. It's often called an engineering marvel, like a floating city, and it really is today one of the World Heritage Sites. Well worth a visit. Now, of course, you've got some famous buildings there, which includes St Mark's Square and the Basilica. The square, better known as the Piazza. Napoleon called it the drawing room of Europe. You can see the bell tower there in the distance, some of the famous bridges. There are many of them, over 400 bridges actually around the city. The Piazza House is the most famous of the city's churches. That includes the Basilica, the St Mark's Cathedral, and this was originally built as a chapel to the neighbouring palace. And today, without doubt, it is one of the best known examples of Italian Byzantine architecture. This is well worth a visit. And of course, you've got the opportunity to take a gondola ride too. Why not? Now, you get one night in a hotel there, Andy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll say the time of year you're going there as well, for me, it's the perfect time. I've been to Venice both in the summer and in the winter, or in the colder months. And there's something about the winter, which is really quite magical about it. So after your one night in Venice, we're then going on board the Queen Elizabeth. And that's when you've got that relaxing day at sea. And then we're heading to Korčula.
That's right, Korčula, in Croatia, actually, over on the coast. It's an island in the Adriatic Sea. I kind of think of it as being medieval Italy. It isn't Italy, but it's obviously a neighbouring country, and it's got that feel. You've got the white stone, you've got the red roofs, and there's the Dalmatian mountains in the background.
Very nice. Then you've got another relaxing day at sea where you continue your journey south, and then you're heading to Crete and Heraklion.
That's right, Heraklion on the Greek island of Crete. It's the capital of the Greek island, and it's actually one of the largest cities in Greece, including the mainland. It's deep in the Mediterranean, about as far south as the Greek islands go. You've got some wonderful places there, like Knossos Palace. When you go, if you love your architecture, if you love your history, go to Knossos Palace. Thought for many, many years to be the lost city of Atlantis. But today they believe it's Santorini. Really, it's Bronze Age architectural site, and it's absolutely stunning. Ceremonial and political centre of the Minoan civilization. But of course, Heraklion itself is a wonderful city. It's charming, it's modern, plenty of hints of the Greek lifestyle. Lots of cafes, plenty of shops and locals, tourists all over the place, and wonderful food. If you like shopping, you'll love it too. Some wonderful beaches. If you go a little further out of Heraklion, you've got Spinalonga Island, which is just off the coast, and Elewunda, which is about 40 miles away too. It's stunning.
It is stunning. Very warm there as well. Then we continue on to a favourite destination. We're heading to Rhodes.
That's right, Rhodes. Again, another Greek island. Actually, it's much further east, and in the distance, if you look carefully, you'll actually be able to see Turkey. It's located in the Aegean Sea. It's the largest of the Dodecanese islands. Now, Rhodes Old Town, the great news is that is literally right beside the ship, and it's a walled, medieval old town. And it's been declared again as a World Heritage Site. It's one of the most popular tourist destinations in Europe. You've got the Palace of the Grand Masters there, the Street of the Knights, Knights of Templar, and the Acropolis of Lindos. So when you get to see that mountain up in the distance, there's a wonderful, it's only a small Acropolis, but it's ancient. It's absolutely stunning views of the Aegean.
Again, the sea is absolutely incredible, isn't it? Then we're heading to, now, I've heard this pronounced as Kusadasi,
yeah,
but I think your pronunciation is better.
Yeah, good. Well, I don't know if it's better, but Kusadasi is what I was lucky enough
Sounds
to...
more authentic.
Well, I got to sail out of there for 2 years when we were going around the Aegean, and it is absolutely stunning. And really, the reason you go there, although it's a beautiful place itself, and you've got the markets, and they're selling rugs and all sorts, but this is what you're looking at. This is called Ephesus. It's about 5 miles up the road, and it really is worth seeing. This is an ancient Greek city, and you can imagine that that's why they had all the wars between the Greeks and the Turks. And I'm talking the ancient Greeks and the ancient Turks, because they were so close together. This was built around 10 BC. Wow. Famous for its temple of Artemis, and it was recognised as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Not too far from there, you've got the House of the Virgin Mary, and the beach you're looking at then was Ladies Beach, which is just outside of Kusadasi itself. But this is, for me, it's certainly equal, if not better, than Pompeii.
Wow, looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And then you're heading to Piraeus, where, of course, you'll disembark, and then you transfer from the port to the airport and fly from Athens directly back to the UK. So let's take a closer look at life on board. Now, Paul, this is where your experience really comes in. So did you actually get to travel on this particular ship?
I wasn't on this particular ship because this came out after I'd left the cruising industry. So I've been out of cruising now for the last 10 years. The Queen Mary 2 was the brand new liner at the time, and then the Victoria came out, and shortly after that, in, what was it, 2010, came out the Queen Elizabeth, which is actually a replacement for the QE2. There's 12 decks on there, 6 restaurants. You get formal nights. If you like formality of cruising, this is certainly one for you.
This certainly seems to have a kind of sort of traditional element to it, and I think that kind of image that people have about cruising is the kind of dressing up for dinner, for example.
Well, they'll actually serve tea. If you go for tea, you can actually have tea with a white glove service.
Nice.
So they'll all be wearing their white gloves. It's awesome. It's absolutely wonderful. I'd recommend it to anyone.
Now, of course, Planet Cruise can take care of not only booking your cruise, but can also take care of excursions as well. Now, these offer incredible value for money, working out under £92 per person per night. Here are some of the favourite destination excursions. You've got the Barcelona highlights there as well. You've got the Essential Gibraltar Rock Shops and Apes as well. But again, let's talk about exactly what is on board. There we go, your prices. This is working out from £729 per person. Return flights from London, but remember, you can, of course, go from your local airport as well if that's more convenient for you. Amazing value. You can add an extra night in Venice from only £29 per person. Wow. And you can also add on a 2-night stay in Athens post-cruise for only £69 per person. That's phenomenal. And again, we want you to have the complete experience. Any excursions, Planet Cruise offer incredibly competitive rates. You can see some examples of which are just there.